Royal Family at Work on CBC.
Hello, Queen's Query. Yes. This is a state visit to the United States of America. It's the highest level of visit that the Queen embarks on. There's a private secretary, a lady-in-waiting, and the equerry-in-waiting, as well as a personal protection officer, and the four of us form the team that essentially support the Queen on all her engagements.
As one of the Queen's key aides, Commander Ackland is at her side to make sure that things run smoothly.
OK, from Heathrow, it's into Richmond International Airport. From Richmond, by motorcade, into the city of Richmond. From there, overnight on the Friday evening, we moved to Williamsburg, heading on the Friday to Jamestown, which is the original settlement that was settled in 1607. And after the day's events on the Friday, both of them head into Lexington for a private weekend in the state of Kentucky, where they're attending the Kentucky Derby. Sunday evening, the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh fly into Washington, and we have 2 days then in Washington. I mean, it is high-paced, and there is very little respite, and they have huge stamina, and are able to do that and make such younger ones look rather sort of less energetic.
The Queen's visit will start in Richmond, Virginia. News breaks that she has landed. But at the airport there's a problem. The red carpet is in the wrong place, and the steps aren't working. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh are stuck on board. In town, that special relationship between Britain and America does not extend to the press. Everyone wants a view.
Hang on a sec. You can't come in here. You can't come and mark. We couldn't come and mark our positions here yesterday. What difference does it make?
Do you have organisation to represent you?
Don't talk bollocks, mate.
What? If you're gonna get in my face and start cursing at me now, you and me are gonna have a really long afternoon.
That's the American solution every time, isn't it? You know, just invade it, man. Good idea.
It sounds there'll be a lot of people there for the arrival, having a reception, former governors and that sort of thing. A bit of a walkabout, and then going to the Capitol building. Yeah, I think it should be a good start to the visit.
Union flag, that's nice. Yeah, nice touch.
Yeah.
So all the tribes are coming together to celebrate the Queen's coming and to celebrate the 400th anniversary.
Much has changed since the Queen's 1957 visit to Virginia. Then, the state authorities segregated the crowds into black and white and ignored the Native Americans altogether. This time, the crowd is multi-ethnic, and the chiefs of Virginia's 8 native tribes welcome the Queen to the Assembly building.
Fiona, there's a live camera behind you. Fiona, come. Fiona, come.
This is really a momentous moment. I found myself getting kind of teary-eyed when I started realizing the importance of this moment.
I was so excited.
Great event, great history, historic event.
When I visited 50 years ago...
She is a queen, but she is a special queen, and people in the United States have admired her all these years.
There will be no fireworks in the Queen's speech, just a message of friendship, which will be a recurring theme of the tour.
This 400th anniversary marks a moment to recognize the deep friendship which exists between our two countries.
For so many years now, England has been like our brother across the sea. They've had our back.
It is one of the most durable international collaborations anywhere in the world, at any time in history.
Queen will spend her first night in America at the Williamsburg Inn, a grand old hotel where she stayed 50 years ago. For such a distinguished guest, senior management must make the Queen's bed.
Only for your Majesty. Any linens going on the beds needs to be washed 4 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Egyptian cotton, over 400 thread count. Feels very nice, very soft. They new towels, they never been used by anybody else. They were washed 4 times, and then they were ironed by hand.
After a long, hard day, the Queen arrives at the hotel by horse and carriage. The next morning, the second day of the Queen's visit, there have been no complaints to the management.
I think she had a lovely rest last night. She certainly enjoyed her dinner in the suite. We understand that she ate almost every single bite, and she had a lovely breakfast this morning, so it's gone very, very well.
This morning I made her scrambled eggs and bacon. She ate that too, and we had toast, and things like that. From what I heard from the staff, everything went very well.
Today the Queen is due in Jamestown, the first English colony on American soil. The Queen will mark its 400th anniversary. The royal couple will be shown around by Chief Archaeologist Bill Kelso.
You don't say it's a pleasure to meet you because she already knows that it's a pleasure to meet her. That's okay. I'm not going to bother, nothing more. That's it. I just plan to say, Your Majesty. That's it.
He's a world expert on 17th century American forts, but his knowledge of 21st century monarchies is more limited.
I had no idea. He was Prince Philippus of Greece and Denmark?
All roads have been closed as the Queen's procession of cars heads to historic Jamestown.
In this convoy right here, I would say there's about a good 15, maybe 20. Try to keep close as possible so nobody can squeeze in between you and the other car in front of you. To make sure that you observe everything on the road, that nobody's going to take a pot shot at you.
This is Mr. Kelso's grandson.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The royal party moves on to the site where the British first permanently settled in America. Dr. Kelso takes Prince Philip to the vault where some of the 400-year-old relics are stored.
These are bullet molds to make the musket ball.
Not fingernails.
No.
And they had some horses at some stage.
They did. There's a lot of equestrian hardware.
Brought horses, or did they find them here?
They brought them. No, they didn't find them. They had to bring them.
They were here. There were horses.
Naturally here?
Yeah.
Not in Virginia.
Oh, not in Virginia, but there were.
There were. Yeah, the Spanish had them in the.
No, they were here before the Spaniards got here.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think so.
Really? Is that right?
The horses were looking how the Spanish arrived.
First horses came across the bridge.
But from Asia. Right.
Yes.
That's okay.
On a state visit, the royal walkabout gives an opportunity for the Queen and the Duke to meet ordinary people.
I'm a loyal subject. I'm still British.
Are you really?
Yes.
I had a most interesting look round.
Did you?
Yes.
Yes, they've done a wonderful job.
A good Manchester fan here. That's not going to work.
How long have you been in Malta?
Well, my husband's been here for about 5 years.
Really?
And we live in Avon County.
A very interesting place to work.
It's been a wonderful place for me. Thank you.
True to character, the Duke ignores protocol.
Bring it out.
Oh, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in all sorts of trouble here.
Yeah, when we began the expedition,
Oh, really? So you've been interested? I'm a has-been.
The Duke has separate engagements elsewhere, and he's running late. But he still needs permission to leave.
We're running half an hour late. Mind if I go on? Because I've got to get to